Hi guys, it's May 16th and I'm here in the Virginia woods, about mile 624 probably, just past Woods Hole and a little before Parisburg, which is very weird name for the town. Like, I keep getting the pronunciation wrong. I keep thinking it's Perrysburg, and then I realize it's Parisburg, like the city in Europe plus Berg, so I'm not sure. I keep meaning to look up the etymology of it, but then I forget. Last night I stayed at Woods Hole Hostel, which is really nice, and a lot of people probably wondering if I'm at trail days, which I decided in the end not to go to. It would have been pretty easy for me to go just because there's somebody giving people rides who I know, and he would have been happy to pick me up, but I just wanted to keep going and to make some miles because I've been taking quite a bit of time off, a lot of zeros just for recovery, and my birthday was May 10th, and so I went into Blacksburg to get Indian food because I've been craving Indian food and it's not really easy to get on the trail, so went to Blacksburg. Also, my knee was hurting. I've been having a lot of leg pain, and the other thing is that I was desperately needing new shoes, and the Cascadias were making my leg pain a lot worse. So I thought it would be best if I took a little time off to get new shoes and get that situation under control. So yeah, I guess that ended up being about a day and a half. But I got new shoes. I kind of just got what I could find in some random shoe store. So they're Saucony TR8 excursion trail running shoes. And they have been working decently so far. They're definitely working better than the Cascadias were. I called the Cascadia customer service line. Wasn't wowed by. They acted like they'd never heard of this issue before, and that I must just have faulty shoes, which is hard to believe because everyone I've met who has Cascadia 10 says that they gave out within the first 100 miles. I know they have that disclaimer on their site, but I just really think, considering that I weigh not that much, even with my pack, probably less than some women who are running trail in them, it just doesn't seem right that they were giving out after 100, 150 miles. There seems to be some kind of design flaw, so I would highly recommend everyone else don't buy that particular version of Cascadias. If these Sauconys give out, it won't be the end of the world because they're just so much cheaper that even if they last 400 miles or so, it's going to still be considerably less to replace them than they're about a third of the cost of the Cascadias. So it's just kind of sad that you know, these shoes that I was sold for whatever, it cost me like $150, ended up not lasting long at all. The trail in this section of Virginia has been relatively difficult, not easy, but I do think it's getting easier. Like yesterday I did the 15 miles into Woods Hole, and the last couple miles were pretty rough. They were very rocky and uneven and rooted, roots everywhere and stuff like that, but I have to say that the 7 miles that I started with yesterday were between Trent's Grocery, that road crossing, Virginia 608 or something, and the Wapiti shelter were just really nice and smooth and exactly like the pictures of the trail that you see. But this section again is pretty rocky, so you should know that Virginia doesn't just get super easy right away. Basically, whenever the trail you think it's gonna get super easy, it just really challenges you. Like whenever you look in the AWOL guide and see, oh, it's flat today, it's gonna be a really easy day, it ends up being rocky often. So it's never what you expect. The other thing about this section of Virginia is that there's not a lot of water, or as much as we're used to at least on the trail, which in a way is nice because my shoes aren't getting wet as much. And so my socks, I mean, they still stink pretty bad. Like all my gear smells so bad right now. My socks aren't getting wet and my shoes aren't getting as filthy. So that's nice. But on the other hand, like you have to plan where you're gonna get water a little ahead of time, which, I mean, it's not that hard, but I don't really like doing that much. So it's been a bit of an adjustment. And whenever there's a water source, basically, you have to get it. Although it's really variable. Like yesterday, there were a ton of water sources all within 1 mile, and then there's like, I don't know, 5 or 6 miles or maybe more without water. So, you know, it's pretty unevenly placed, but I guess that's how it works, right? It's not really how we choose. I still haven't switched out my sleeping bag. I sent some of my winter gear forward in a bounce box, but I think because it's getting so warm, I'm gonna have to send it home until like the whites. So I have a little less weight in my pack, but I still have my winter sleeping bag. This 15-degree, 3-pound sleeping bag, and it's really not too comfortable right now, so I've ended up sleeping like a lot of nights in my sleeping bag liner, and I should really get rid of it. I just don't want to spend the whatever, a couple $100 to buy a 40-degree bag at this moment, so I'm trying to push it for as long as I can, and I'm always just nervous that we'll get a cold snap and then I'll regret sending it home, although I don't think that's going to happen at this moment in time, but you never know. What else has happened? It's been a pretty peaceful few days on the trail. It's definitely less populated right now with all the people at trail days. I mean, I guess I don't know what I'm missing because I'm not there. It seems like it would be fun, but I just, you know, want to keep moving forward. And it's addictive doing miles every day and feeling like you're starting to do better miles, though the soreness hasn't gone away. Like, I'm still having, you know, when I wake up in the morning, I'm still pretty sore, so I don't know when that's gonna end, if ever, but I've been taking reasonable amounts of ibuprofen. I've been trying to not overdo it, but enough that I can kind of ease any aches at night or anything, so but people have been commenting like, you look so sore, and I don't know what I'm doing wrong that other people aren't doing, if they're just stronger than I am at this point. It's frustrating because I feel like I'm getting stronger, but people keep saying, oh, you look like you're hurting, and I am, kind of. So, the insects have been definitely getting worse in Virginia. Like at night, I've been dealing with a lot of insects. If I stay up late and I have my headlight on, they like buzz around my tent, and they're big ones too. The other day I saw a really huge snake, and I forgot to look it up when I had data briefly, but it was a huge black snake. I'm not sure what it was, but it freaked me out. It was right on the trail, so I had to stop and wait for it. And then there's just been a lot more wildlife. I saw a mole in the middle of the day just on the trail, kind of nosing around, not really aware that I was there. I've seen mice, just a ton of chipmunks. So the amount of animals around here is increasing as the season progresses. And the temperatures have definitely made hiking at midday harder. I've been hiking a little in the evenings, but I despise night hiking on the AT. I did it a couple times just because of miscalculating where I was going to camp and there not really being a good campsite where I was, like a flat area. And it's just really bad terrain for night hiking, and you can't see. And then if you're going uphill, you can't really see that well what you're doing either, and that is tough. I saw somebody hiking in a dress the other day, and I was kind of coveting how cool it looked. I know a lot of guys have seen guys hiking in kilts, and I envy that also. So I think I might switch over, or just, even send some of my winter stuff home and just have a dress for town when it's so hot, even if I'm not wearing it to hike. But with these flatter sections, hiking in a dress doesn't seem like it would be so bad. And I do have like bike shorts to wear. I just wish there were more like lakes and stuff to swim in, because it would feel so nice right about now to be jumping into a lake. But I guess you can't have everything you want. I'm gonna try to do more videos, but with my phone battery limited like it is, I really have to limit it so that my phone doesn't totally die like happened last time, the last week. It's been dead for several days, and I just haven't been stopping in towns as much because I have had a couple mail drops from my parents, which is nice. So I haven't had to head into towns as much, but soon here I'm going to, just for the Wi-Fi and to charge everything and take a break, but I'm not sure when that's going to be. So it might be Daleville the next time, because I have to pick up some stuff there. I lost my camp shoes, so I needed to get some new ones, and I got some sandals to see if there's like flatter areas, if I could hike in them for a little bit when it's so hot out that I don't want to wear my stinky hiking shoes. So we'll see how they work, or just like for river crossings, because flip-flops aren't going to cut it, which is what I have, some real cheapo flip-flops. But anyways, so you guys, you're not going to see me at trail days. I guess you didn't see me, because after I post this, I'm sure trail days will be over. But I'm still on the trail and I'm doing great. I'm enjoying the nicer weather. Haven't seen as many storms lately. Somewhat enjoying the warmer temperatures, but I know it's going to get a little hot for me soon. I'm not a big fan of hot weather, so. But the longer days are really nice. Anyways, you guys, I'll talk to you very soon.